So this deck doesn't lose half as often as I probably should, but I like more than half my wins twice as much as they deserve. This combo is hilarious. Hey everyone, Hex here, and today I flew through a very janky, budget-friendly combo at lightning speed. Firstly though, if you'd all be so kind as to like and subscribe below, it really helps the channel and I appreciate all the support it gets. Anyway, onto this jank, and it's around Bygone Colossus. So Bygone Colossus is a 9/9 with Warp 3. That's it. It's, I guess, a vanilla card. It costs 9 mana, but is key to our combo today. We're going to warp it out on turn 5 for 3 mana, hit it with a full bore for 1 mana, giving it haste, +3/+2 and trample, hit the opponent for 12 damage and then fling it at their face in the second main phase for another 12 damage. That's 24 damage out of nowhere. I promise you, no one sees this coming. Today I'm running it in an Izzet shell with a bunch of card draw like Stock Up and Coil and Catch, a bunch of counters with Phantom Interference and 3 Steps Ahead, which also can draw cards, more tempo plays in Aetherize, and some removal in Abrade and Fire Magic, which incidentally is becoming increasingly relevant in my games. I did try Rakdos 2, which worked pretty well, and so did Mono Blue, if that's your jam. Just go ahead and take your pick. The 3 combo cards are budget friendly too, in that they aren't rares or mythics, and my advice, play this before people know what's coming. Anyway, let's jump into some highlights and see how it gets on. Alright, on the play here, quite an expensive hand. We do have our Colossus. I am going to keep this. Hopefully Stock Up and our dragons can fill our hand again. And hopefully we're up against a slowish deck. They did take a mulligan though. Yeah, this deck is working better than I thought. I'm not really sure what I thought. I mean, it's such an obvious combo, but I guess if you haven't seen it before, you might not block properly. Fabled Passage for our opponent, okay. Crack it, what are they going to find? Forest? If it is, then we're probably up against a Chocobo deck. Or a Landfall deck, whatever you want to call it. Yep, it's a forest. Okay, we'll find our own island. And it'd be nice to find some gas here. Oh, a canal. Not great, but opponent didn't do anything on their turn. And forest and pass, okay. So we found a temple there, but I think I want to hold open the counter spell. I do want to play the tap land, but I think it's best that we counter pretty much whatever they do. Another forest for them. So if they are a landfall deck, they've played their land for this turn, which is pretty good for us. And it is a Hydra. Okay, well, we are definitely going to counter that. The Hydra can get out of control, and we don't have too many ways apart from bouncing in our deck. Well, there's another 3 steps ahead, so that works really nice with our Skyland. And do I want another Stock Up? Probably not. We have 2 dragons in our hand to help find our combo pieces. So a bit slower for our deck on this particular game. And it's another Hydra. Okay, well, we'll counter that. Sorry, opponent. And I'm guessing a land here. I wouldn't like 2 of my best creatures being countered either. And I rarely play counter spells in my deck. Okay, another temple is pretty sweet. But I think we'll Stock Up first. And there is a full bore, okay. And a Abrade, I guess. Not really sure what else we needed. We only need 5 land. We're just digging for our Sell-Sword now. Our fling effect. And hopefully the opponent doesn't have too much interaction against us. So a little bit more grindy here. Not so easy as just winning on turn 5. Okay, Land White Elf, sure. Land White Elf, sure. Okay, we can deal with Land White Elf. They are going to have a ton of mana next turn, though. Hopefully we draw a Fire Magic. That would be pretty sweet against these elves. Well, actually, the Fling effect would be the best draw that we've got in the deck. Opponent, what have you got? Okay. Oh, my days. Can you believe it? Yeah, I mean, we've got lethal here, haven't we? We just warp out our Colossus, full bore the Colossus, give it haste, give it trample. There is a card that nerfs our deck, which is Authority of the Consoles, and a couple of opponents have played that. We can't do anything about that card, so... Alright, on the play, not a very good hand here. This one's better as we got a counter spell and stock up. So we also have our Colossus, which is pretty cool. Let's get rid of Abrade and play our Fable. So I'm going to want to probably counter whatever they do on turn 2 so that we can stock up turn 3. Opponent with an Azorius land. Don't really want to play against control. If we do, we're going to have to wait a long time and build up our counter spells before we hit them with our Colossus. So I'm not going to play the Temple here, I'm just going to play the Verge and hold open Phantom Interference. And we're pretty much going to counter whatever they play. Like a Mendicant, Core, Guidelight. Okay. So it gives us a small insight into what we're playing against. Looks like it's artifacts. But we're just biding our time. Nice land there, and we'll stock up. So there's a full bore, which is great. It's our combo piece. We'll take a Fire Magic, just in case they... have a load of 1/1s out there. Let's see what they've got. It's a 2/4, okay. So this Voyager is going to reduce the cost of artifact spells, so they're really all in on this. Not much we can do here. We're just going to try and get to our 5 mana, 6 mana, drop our Colossus, and hopefully find a Fling spell. Hedron Archive isn't too bad. The Dominion Bracelet, okay. Up against some spice here. I'll pop that card up onto the screen. But they're going to hit us for 3. We go down to 16. Alright. Scrying. I mean, artifact. Destroy target artifact might be nice, but I think we're all in on our combo here. Maybe that could have been a keep. I'm not sure. But anyway, hopefully they just play something random. Nemon, the right hand. Okay, another card I'll put up on the screen. So we can take a bit of damage, and we kind of want them to tap out their creatures and their lands. 3 steps ahead is going to be nice, but maybe I want to draw with that instead. Okay, we're going to need to find our combo piece ever so quickly. This is the thing with our deck. The End Stone. Well, hold up a minute. At the beginning of your end step, your life total becomes half your starting life total. Wait, they're going to go down to 10, and we can just play our Colossus and full bore next turn. That's the best spell they could cast. Alright, please attack us with both your creatures. Okay, we'll take the damage here from both your creatures. We go down to 7, but unless they've got a really weird spell for 1 planes, they go down to 10. Oh, we're going to do 12 damage to them right here. They're never going to see this coming. What a turn for them, last turn. It really helped us out, and yet 12 damage to our opponent. That is the last thing they would have seen coming. Alright, on the play, and hand looks sweet. Sweet in the fact we have our Callous Sell-Swords. So originally this deck was Rakdos. I think I get pushed into that thinking that the Callous Sell-Swords need to play Rakdos, but it worked pretty well. Much more creatures. But I then chose to go mono blue. But I just couldn't deal with early threats, especially from Chocobos. So, went for Is It, and this deck seems to be pretty nice. For a janky deck. I mean, we're not winning every single game here. That's pretty nice to get a Colossus on the board here. But yep, this channel is all about janky combos, and this certainly is one of those. Okay, there's the Planisphere. We're just going to fire magic that away whilst we have the chance. Hopefully we draw something like a stock up or something soon. Okay, well, we still have 2/3 of our combo in our hand. Okay, there's a talent, sure. They did mulligan at first, so that is in our favour. Another land, okay, well, we can play our card draw spell instant speed. And there's the Cauldron. Okay, let's see what's in our deck. Well, there's the full bore. Okay. Well, we could have lethal next turn if they tap out here. This game's crazy. Go on, tap out. They have tapped out. Now, please attack us, opponent. Attack us and we can just drop our combo next turn. My fingers are crossed here. And there's the attack. Perfect. They are dead. This has worked out absolutely like a dream. There's another Colossus. So we'll just Fable here. Find ourselves a land. There we go. And it doesn't matter what colour, because we are going to warp in our Colossus. This Colossus is such a bad card in my mind, but it's a limited card, but wow. How good is it in our deck today? Full bore, 12-11. Smash our opponent and then fling it at their face. This couldn't have gone any quicker, any sweeter. This opponent has no idea what's going on. But they've been flung and they've been bygoned. But yeah, this worked like a dream again, even if we did top deck. Alright, on the play. Full bore, Colossus in our hand. I like to see that. That Moogle. Okay, we'll keep as much land as we can. Next turn we'll play the Verge and hopefully use the interference. Hey, there is a Chocobo. Bit annoying that that managed to hit the battlefield before we had a chance to do anything about it. But we'll counter whatever they do this turn. Okay, well, we'll just counter the Bushwhack. It's not the card I really want to be countering, but let's keep a check on this Chocobo as long as possible. And it's Escape Tunnel. Okay, we've got to be careful. This is going to get out of control if we're not careful. We have some bounce spells, but it's going to take a while to get them. Fire Magic is just out of... It's just out of range, really. Could have done with that last turn. Yeah, we can't get the Chocobo here. I'm a bit worried about this one. Could have done with an Abrade there. Ride the Shoe Puff. Okay. If they've got a land here. Oh, it's Fabled Passage as well. Okay. I think we're going to have to try and kill them with our Colossus over 2 turns and hope we draw another full bore. Just like that. Sure, well, we'll just Colossus, full bore, and then hopefully win next turn if they don't kill us. So this is one of those games that we're just kind of praying that they don't get us. Let's warp this out. Full bore the creature. Attack them for 12. Alright, they're on 8. Can they do 12 damage to me? If they don't, I'm pretty sure we're going to win the game next turn. Opponent's having a good think, so maybe they don't have lethal here. As they play Lamwa Elf. Bristly Bill, okay. Oh, and it's an Escape Tunnel. They're going to have just enough damage here to kill us. It's going to get 3 counters. Oh, they did find a way. Surely. 12 damage, we're on 12 life. Oh, we had them dead next turn as well. That was a close one. GG's. Okay, this hand is, well, we have 2/3 of our combo, so kind of want to keep, but we haven't got much going on for the first few turns. I mean, I'm not going to pass up a turn or a hand with our 2 combo pieces, so let's go with this. Hopefully they don't do much too early. Okay, it looks like they're Orzhov and a Deep Cavern Bat. Sure. Wonder what they take. Alright, it looks like they've gone for the counter spell. I probably would have gone for stock up myself, but fair enough. We did find another stock up. And Dark Confidant. Okay. So definitely a kind of aggro black deck here. But them losing life each turn is going to help us. Fire Magic here will actually destroy the board. But I want to stock up now and... whoa, there's our Colossus. Okay, full combo in our hand. Just got to get to turn 5. Wow, this deck is performing a lot better than I thought it would. I do like the Is It Shell it's in. Hopefully they just play another 1 toughness creature. Hopefully it's not a bat though. Even if it was, I'm not sure that they know what's going on. They've seen our 2/3 of our combo pieces in our hand, so... Voice of Victory, okay. Fair enough. Another Fire Magic, sure. Well, we're going to blow up the board here. So we can Fire Magic here for 3 mana just to do 2 damage to each creature. And then we can do 1 damage to each creature. Okay, that's got the board clear. So a land next turn. Hopefully they play a spell here and tap themselves out. And we'll have lethal. Honestly, this deck is like go hard or go home. So our opponent has been missing land drops, which is in our favour. Another Voice of Victory. And there's our land. Alright. I don't think they can win, even if they block. I doubt they're going to block anyway. The trample on this creature is pretty sweet. And they didn't block. So yeah, we're just going to fling it. Even if they had blocked, we'd have had just enough damage here. And that's the combo again. It's working much better than I thought it would. Just want to thank you for watching. Please give the video a like and subscribe below. Bye.